After Jorge Masvidal officially announced his return to the UFC, Daniel Cormier shared his thoughts on Masvidal's reinstatement in the Premier promotion.
Much to his disdain, it's not as bad as he thinks, but I do have some thoughts on the Jorge Masvidal situation. So we got to go back to go forward. So last year in Miami, we watched Jorge Masvidal fight against Gilbert Burns. He loses by decision. He has what is, honestly, guys, one of the greatest retirements you could ever ask for in this sport. Guys, remember, when he started his UFC career, nobody cared. Nobody cared. But then he has that great year where he beats Darren Till. Then he beats Ben Askren. Then he beats Nate Diaz to become the BMF champion. 2019, Madison Square Garden. Brock puts the belt on it. His star never shines so bright. He fights Kamaru Usman, gets beat with the infamous foot stumps. Fights Kamaru Usman again, gets beat even worse and gets knocked out. Then he fights Colby Covington, gets beat, fights Gilbert Burns, and gets beat. But look at the names on his resume. But at the end of the day, when you look at the career as a whole, it boils down to 1 year where Jorge Masvidal made you guys care. And it made him a star. But my question to you now is, do you still care? Because that's what he's banking on, right? Today I saw him interviewing with John Morgan. Today I saw an interview with Damon Martin. And it's Jorge Masvidal speaking about coming back to fighting. He's 39 years old. He has lost his last his last four MMA fights. He lost a boxing match. He said he will come back, start somebody, and the UFC will be begging him to fight for a championship. My question to you is, do you care now? Do you care like you did in 2019? And is it that simple? It was 12 months. 12 months of being elite. 12 months of having an opportunity to beat a Darren Till, he was pretty good. To knock Ben Askren out in short time. Then to go and beat Nate Diaz in Madison Square Garden made him that star that he is today. I'm not taking that away from him. But is it enough to make us still care? Fast forward 6 years.
Antoine, I'm going to come to you first. This brother was I mean, he's a Miami brother. I think Miami is classed as down south. Is Miami, Florida? Am I right? Is it classed as the South?
I guess, bro. The deep South's more like Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. That's more the down south. We don't really mess with Florida, to be honest with you.
Not like that. Yeah.
Not like that. They ain't like that, brother.
They try to squeeze themselves in as the South. I just want to ask for the real Southern people that's on the show right here.
They the East Coast, brother. They the East Coast.
All right. They
the East Coast. They ain't the dirty South, brother.
Nah.
Okay. But Anthony, let me come to you. Do you still care, like DC was just talking about just now? Do you still care to see Masvidal back in the UFC at the top of the food chain, the best promotion in the world, still performing at that top level? Do you still care to see him back in the UFC?
No. But I'll say this. There's not the weight that I can think of that to see him fight that I would just be like, oh, I got to see that fight. There's not a lightweight that I can really think of that I would just be clamoring to see him fight. But there is somebody that sits in between, and it's only one person that I could see I would be excited about that fight. And it's Conor McGregor. That's the only fight. That is literally the only fight that I would be excited to see him in. He did have the perfect send-off. It was in a loss, but it was at home. His kids were there. He didn't get, destroyed. He lost convincingly, but he didn't get destroyed. Like, I feel like that was a great send-off. You should just ride off on that. Because obviously his speed is gone. And that was like the biggest, his speed and his reaction time was what made him have that great 2019. But that was half a decade ago. So No, why are we doing this? We don't need to do this, bro.
Sterling, I mean, what do you feel about Masvidal? Because like DC said there, even the boxing fight that he enrolled for, that that he put himself forward for, he didn't get past that. He didn't pass that test. Talking about coming back to the UFC and the division he might want to compete in, there's a lot of fast athletes there now, and Anton's right. The speed's gone, so the power might still be there. What do you make of it,
brother? The only fight I want to see him come back as fight is Leon Edwards. I want to see George Masvidal versus Leon Edwards. I don't really care if it's for the title. I don't think he really deserves a title shot, to be real honest with you. But I want to see him come back and fight Leon or Connor. That's about it, bro. There's nobody else really, like he was saying, that I really want to see him fight. You want to see the rematch versus Wonder Boy? Nah. So it's really hard, bro, to really get excited for him. Like DC said, in 2019, it was dope. That year or two run he had, it was cool. But brother, if he comes back, cool. If it's Leon, super cool. But I'm not really begging for it.
Yeah, man. Big up Code Art Maker. Big up yourself, Tyron Brown. Salute to you. Thank you for joining us tonight, Christian Miller. And yeah, we got Matla in the house as well. Big up everybody. Thank you very much for pulling up. And make sure you lot are hitting that subscribe button and the like button. Yo, Masvidal. I know. And Sterling's right. That's the only fight that I want to see. I don't even care if they do it on the street. I want him to come to the UK and do that fight over here, bro. Like, you can't come over here, do Leon like that, and then just skip off into the sunset and don't even want to give that brother a chance to get that back. He gave him the 2 beers and a soda, bro. You know what I mean? So, yo, I don't know. What you saying, yo? Your eye stuck up there somewhere like that. That bung got him, really. That bung did get him, man. That bung got him. But we'll come back to Yao in a minute. For me, I
was just gonna say on the Leon fight. The only reason I didn't say the Leon fight is because I feel like that fight won't be competitive at all. I feel like Leon would probably destroy him. I think. Now, as long as the fight's not in the middle of the night, I feel like Leon walks right through him, and it doesn't get to where he wants to get to. But for the storylines, definitely, I could definitely see that fight as being another option.
100%. Look, I think it owes, if nobody else, the English MMA fans that fight. He needs to come out. That's why all these interviews he's doing. I think he really needs to come out and call Leon out and tell him how he did him dirty on his home soil, and Leon didn't do a goddamn thing about it. And if Leon has got any pride about him, he'd say, "I'll do that fight for free. I will do that fight for free. I don't want no show money, no this, no that. I'll do it for nothing."
But also, right? Leon's got to be saying that too, though, because it's a good shot for Leon too. Because right now, not a lot of people really want to see him fight after getting did up to Muhammad. So it'd be a good fight for both of them, bro. I see the bro comment down there. I know I say it a lot. I wish I could cuss on here, but shut the fuck up. I see your bro comment. You're the 90th person to tell me that. You're lucky I can't cuss on here no more. But anyways, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, it's Yao back. I think we got Yao back. Salute to Static. Big up yourself, Static, my bro. Big up yourself. We're gonna be doing that NLD watch along on Lee Gunner channel on Sunday. Arsenal versus Tottenham is gonna be crazy, man. And we got a lot of our players injured at the moment, man. I'm not looking forward to it. I hate that game. But coming back to Leon Edwards, I think Masvidal. as I was saying. I think he needs to come out, get disrespectful with Leon, and really see if Leon would take that bait. Sterling, like you're a big advocate for the Leon fight. Other than that, like, is there anything else that you anything else in terms of reason why you want to see that fight?
I only want to see the fight because we never got to see it because he gave him the 3-piece and the soda, and we never got to see how that went. And these two dudes have just been talking trash to each other for years now since. So that's the main reason I want to see a fight. I think it'd be the only fight that would be like his most type of fight to be able to be violent because they're both going to stand up. With Gilbert on his last fight, like he was saying, he's slower now, bro. So he couldn't really handle the speed or strength of Gilbert. And Gilbert's shooting, bro. And Gilbert's a dog. So I'm not saying Leon isn't. Leon stand-up is nasty. So I think that'd be fun for him to come back. We know they're going to stand. There's beef in between both of them. They could co-main a card in the UK if they even wanted to spice up the card. So I think they should do it, bro. And I just can't see any other fights that excite me unless y'all could think of any. I'm trying to think of him versus any other 170er right now that really excites me.
Yeah, there's nobody there. I mean, Yao was back. We got Yao back.
I think
Yao, you want to chime in on
the buying me back? My network I don't know what's going on. It's like yours yesterday.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us, bro. Trust me. I know the feeling. But continue, please.
Where it comes to Masvidal, I think I agree with all of you, but for me, I think to the legacy of Masvidal, he came up from the streets of Miami. He started up with Kimbo Slice. Kimbo Slice, one of my favorite fighters, was the guy who brought him into MMA, and he's been a staple since then, since he was 19 or something. So for me, it's if he wants to fight, let him get beat up. Let him get messed up. Let him go in there with someone to end his career if that's what he wants. But I mean, for me, he's earned it from everything he's done in his career. Sure, he can go out there and pick a name, but realistically speaking, he should be going for the money. And like you guys have then said, Leon Edwards would be the big money fight for him right now, or Conor McGregor. Other than that, who else could he fight for it to be a money fight? So for me, it's not just who else would we like to see him fight, but who else would be worthwhile for him to fight financially? And unfortunately, it pretty much is those two, unless, say, Bilal Muhammad decides he wants to give it a bash, which is not likely.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he tried the corner stick with when he stole the robe, when he tried to wear the robe like corner to the I thought that was cringy as hell. I thought to myself, like, bro,
I don't know. That robe was nice though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The robe was nice, but he didn't have to wear it just after Conor just wore it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, come on, man. Have some shame. That's what I thought of it. But I've always liked Masvidal as a fighter. And like DC said, he had one elite year. He had one really, really good year. But I still think even that the fight with Nate Diaz, right? That ended in a doctor stoppage. They were supposed to run that back. They could run that back. I'd watch that. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I watch it.
That was
especially because Nate wants to come back.
I mean, I watch it.
Yeah,
but
didn't they beat him in boxing?
He won in boxing, yeah.
Yeah, that's done.
I mean, I watch it, but I also watched Carla and Rose.
That's
not going to prove nothing to me.
Francis versus Derek.
I watch anything.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget we do our Dust Off Shakedown every Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it.